So what is up, guys? This is going to be my trailer breakdown for Arrow Season 6 Episode 5 titled Deathstroke Returns. But before the breakdown, let's actually watch the trailer.
I need you to help me find my son.
Your boy was snooping around some not so nice guys.
Where is my son?
The situation is complicated.
Trust me on this one. Don't make this man angry.
Arrow, all new this Thursday at 9/8 Central on the CW.
That trailer was awesome. This episode looks like it will be good. We need a good episode on Arrow because we haven't had one since episode 3, which was, no, episode 2. Episode 3 and 4 were both pretty bad. 4 especially terrible. So this episode looks really good, and I'm just going to read the synopsis because I'm going to start doing that in every trailer breakdown just to give me more to talk about. Slater returns and asks Oliver for help in tracking down his son. When they learn Joe has been taken hostage by mercenaries, their mission to save him gets complicated by a terrible revelation that could shatter Slade's hopes of reunion forever. Meanwhile, Vigilante reappears in Star City. So Slade and Oliver are going to look for his son, who is Joe Wilson, aka Jericho in the comics. In the comics, he has superpowers, but I don't think they're doing that on the show just because his character description makes it seem like he is a member of the SAS. It doesn't make him seem like he's a member of the SAS. He is a member of the SAS, which means he'll probably just be a Deathstroke copy. He's going to be a pretty badass without superpowers. I'm guessing he's just going to be Ravager from the comics, which is fine, but I think it would have been really cool if he was mute like he was in the comics, and if he had the same superpowers of possessing other people's bodies. But in this episode, he is taken hostage by mercenaries, which this episode and the two-parter episode would be a perfect way to set up a Deathstroke TV series. Manu Bennett, I made a video about this. It's in the top right corner of the video. He talked about making a TV show about Deathstroke, and I think that would be awesome. This, and Joseph Wilson could be in it too. I think these two-parters will be a perfect way to set up that Deathstroke TV show. So the synopsis says that their mission to save him gets complicated by a terrible revelation that could shatter Slade's hopes of reunion forever. What that revelation could be, I actually have no clue. It could be a revelation that Joe died, but that wouldn't be really a revelation. That would be he actually, that would be a lie because we know he's not dead. What that revelation can be is that maybe this is Joe's origin story of getting the superpowers. Maybe somebody's using him as an experiment or something, and Slade has to go save him, and there's a chance that he dies in the experiment. Maybe by the end of this two-parter episode, he will be mute, and he will have superpowers. And I want that. I definitely want that. I think that would be awesome. Just imagine Deathstroke, but with superpowers. So it seems Oliver and Slade go to Russia to find Joe. That makes sense because in his character description he says he's trapped in a remote prison fighting for his life. And Russia is definitely very remote. Something that the synopsis gives away is that Vigilante is back in Star City, and I'm 100% sure that this is the episode where we finally learn who Vigilante is. So I made 2 videos before about this. First time I thought it was Frank Pike, but then we learned it was somebody connected to someone on Team Arrow. So I thought Mr. Terrific, Paul Holt, it might be Paul Holt. But then now that I see the promotional photos for this episode, it seems like the photos are really focused on Dinah Drake. So it might be somebody connected to Dinah Drake, which means that it's probably her boyfriend that died by because of right before the particle accelerator explosion. Maybe the particle accelerator explosion gave him some superpowers, like super strength. Somebody made a theory about this. I saw it in season 5. He picked up Thea and threw her across the room like she weighed nothing. He would have had to have a tiny bit of super strength for that. So maybe he got some super strength for the particle accelerator explosion. But the reason that I don't think this might not happen is because Mark Guggenheim said that he doesn't like reveals that you have the reveal and then you don't know who this guy is. Because you can't recognize him. He wanted to do something that everyone could recognize, and this guy, we saw him in for a minute. I wouldn't recognize him if I wasn't paying attention. So I don't think right now it's either him or Paul Holt, or maybe it's someone else, but those are the top 2 contenders. But what do you think? Let me know. This trailer was awesome. The best line in it was when Oliver said, "You don't want to get this guy angry." That was really great line, and it really gets me excited for this episode. This trailer gets me excited. Everything about this episode, the trailer, the synopsis, the title, the characters involved. This episode will definitely be great, and like I said earlier, we need a great Arrow episode. So what do you think about the trailer? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.